What's up, guys? Here it's Aaron with the Rookie Geek. Here to do another lightsaber review for you. Very excited to cover this company. It is a company called Dark Wolf Sabers. They are. It is run by a guy named Johnny. He's out of New York. Guy has just, every time I see him doing something, it's something helpful. He's been doing a whole series of videos on how to teach people how to use the Profi boards and all that. I haven't really tackled that section of the lightsaber community yet. I have a Profi. I'm just a little intimidated by it. I'm just also really busy all the time. And I like the sound fonts that the company actually put on there for me. But in the meantime, I was looking at Dark Wolf Sabers a little earlier on. This was about a year ago. An LGT seller, they're part of the LGT family, but I think that each one of these sellers does something in particular really, really well. And as far as the customer service as well is just always fantastic. Because again, like I said in my last video, if you didn't watch it, these are all small businesses when you get down to it. So the guys and girls that really or that take care of their companies, they really care. They care about their clientele and they care about their product. So when I was looking at Dark Wolf, I saw something that I couldn't really believe my eyes. And it was this. It was the Darth Maul staff. Now, it can come in the traditional silver. I particularly just wanted it black. I just thought it looked cooler. But with this hilt, I actually had to send him a message because it was around $200, and I said, does that include both sides of the staff? Because that just seems like a ridiculous price to me. And he's like, yeah, it includes both sides of the staff. Now, this isn't a Profi NeoPixel. This isn't anything super flashy, but it's a heck of a lot better than a lot of the sabers that I see people getting their first time out. These are both sides have their own individual soundboard in it. It is an RGB soundboard. I have done videos on RGB in the past. They are solid soundboards for your first time out. It gives you an idea of the possibilities with this. It makes you come a long way from just the flip out sabers of your childhood. The only difference with this, as far as the soundboard goes, in comparison to other LGT hilts, is the activation buttons, which are here and here. They do not actually illuminate, so it makes it a little more difficult to get the count down as far as how long you should hold the button to do the various features. But the counts are the same regardless, and you'll get it down. And if you've actually experienced an RGB saber in the past from LGT, you should have a good idea of how long the button should be held down. They also come with instructions. All of them come with instructions, and if the instructions aren't enough, which I think they are, they're very clear. I know every single one of these people that owns a lightsaber company would want to, and Johnny especially. Johnny is a very helpful guy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, since we've actually seen a lot of the features for an RGB saber. If you haven't, you can look at my previous videos. It is the standard 6 sound fonts, a pulse setting for the blade, and unstable setting for the blade. You have volume controls on either side. It plays the music, and then as far as the sound fonts go, yes, you can change it to sound like various different lightsabers throughout the canon. So what I'm gonna do is, just to get to the nitty-gritty of it, I'm gonna give you a close-up of this, just to kind of get an idea. Now, I apologize, it is a fingerprint magnet, so I do apologize, but allow my camera to focus a little. It is solid. I would say when you put the two sides together, which they do come apart, FYI, I'd say it weighs a good 4 or 5 pounds. It's a pretty hefty thing. I mean, if you wanted to hit somebody with this, I mean, probably take them out pretty quickly. Don't do that. But yeah, you can just twist them apart. And like I said, they each have their own individual soundboard, so it's not like you have one soundboard that's being shared between the two. So really, for around $200, I mean, you're getting technically 2 sabers. I mean, you can't really argue with that. Out of all of my sabers, I have to say that this is my favorite deal that I've gotten. Is it my favorite saber? No, because I've paid exorbitant amounts of money for really high-end sabers, because I'm nuts, and at least that's what the wife tells me. But so what we're gonna do now, I'll go ahead and I will cut out the video right now, and then I will get to the spin part, because I realized on my last video I did turn it on, but I think we could all use the spin, right? Like just see how it flows. I don't know. That's always my concern when I'm looking at lightsabers. Not always really, but most of the time I'm thinking about how fun is that going to be to spin? How comfortable is it? What's it going to look like with leather wrapping or with weathering? But that's just me. I start thinking about those things. But if you're looking for a solid staff saber, if you're a staff saber fan and you want a staff, I don't think you can really go wrong with Dark Wolf's Darth Maul blade. I mean, it is quality at its finest. I mean, you know, some of these, you know, when I look at the price, I was still early on. I hadn't really bought from some other sellers, so I didn't know if they were all created equal. And I half expected this thing to show up and be a hard plastic, but it is definitely that aluminum hilt. It looks fantastic. You can, again, they're on separate sides, so hold both buttons down, and then they come out at the same time. Now we'll do some spins, but they come through the emitter. I love the holes here. And then one last thing that is a little different than some of the other sabers. The retention screw here at the top that you use to tighten the blade in, there's actually 2 of them. So just keep that in mind if you're hooking in your blades. I actually like that, considering how much upside down and side to side spinning you're going to do with a staff. So on either side, but definitely rock the. I rock the 32-inch blades on either side. I've had some people say that that's not quite. You know, it's a little too long for them. I'm 6 foot, and some of the people that told me that were under 5'9". So, but I've also had tall people tell me that they prefer a shorter blade. So it's really all preference to you. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut this off real quick, and then we are going to go ahead and get a little bit of a spin going on in some darker light, so that way you can really see how this thing shines. All right, I'll be right back with you guys. Well, guys, that was it. That's my fabulous spinning skills, which, as you can tell, are pretty lacking, but I think you get the point. Just wanted to show you a little bit of that. I'm more of a 2-staff kind of guy than a staff guy, but, you know, I'll embarrass myself for the channel. It's fine. But yeah, I just, you know, another shout out for the from the maker of this one, Dark Wolf Sabers, and a shout out to Johnny out there. He is just a great guy for the community. He really does help everybody. And like I said, he's doing, you know, videos very often trying to walk people through the more complicated, more expensive sabers. You know, so if you decide to go beyond the RGB soundboard or something like that, then, you know, you can reference those videos. There's also a ton of help with other people in the community, but I gotta recognize a saber seller that goes that extra mile to actually walk his clients through it. So big shout out to Johnny for that. Guys, I will see you next time for the next saber review. You know, I don't know when it's going to be. It'll probably be soon. I plan to do them pretty regularly until I run out of sabers to do. And then after that, I'm just going to have to buy more. But alright, guys, this has been Aaron for the Rookie Geek. I will see you all next time. We got Justice League Snyder Cut coming up. We got Falcon and Winter Soldier going on. It's going to be a really intense March. So yeah, just stick around and please like and subscribe. I would just really like to get this channel up on off the ground, so that way I can continue bringing you more content. All right, guys, you have a good night.